Welcome everyone to another episode of Price Targets. I'm super cooked, super tired from the ice skating. It's gonna be a funny episode because my brain is no longer functioning. Okay, so first things first, ECAS, they're sponsoring this content. They're a new regulatory compliant exchange. They have everything you need, futures, spot, stable coins, fiat on-ramps, off-ramps, and they're building out the products they offer. So they have Ethereum and Bitcoin, but they will be having new pairs, and they've partnered with liquidity providers, market makers to, grow the exchange. So make sure you check them out. There's a link in the description below, and I really want to thank you for sponsoring ECAS. So cheers on that. Bitcoin, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who's bearish. I want to be the guy who's bullish. And right now, Bitcoin is having a bullish retest, so we kind of have to be bullish. But I want to dedicate this episode to the potential scenario where things have just been too bullish and we kind of got to retrace. So this daily pump on the 8th of Feb, 2 days ago, it's a giant lovely pump, and it has quite a few inefficiencies in it that may get filled. And what we do want to see now is we want to see this region hold. There is this giant inefficiency right here between 39 and 41.5k, and what I wanted to see for to be really bullish is, as price continued here, it left behind a gap, kind of an inefficiency. It got filled here at the retest of 45k, and then what I wanted to see is, it retested it here. Then I wanted to see continuation. It didn't. So now it kind of looks as if we formed a bull flag, and now the bull flag has to confirm. So there's support from this tiny consolidation that's not visible on the daily time frame, and there's support from the diagonal. And now the big question is support going to confirm, or is it going to get rejected? So basically, this is our support resistance in orange, and then we have the diagonal right now, and it's it's either getting rejected here, which paints a little bit of a bearish scenario back into our old consolidation from a couple of weeks ago, couple of days ago, that lasted throughout the whole of Jan, and it would just be, it's just something that I want to make you aware of. I want to be super bullish, but we got to be careful right here. So ideally, this becomes ideally this becomes a kind of like a fake out of, well, let's say this is our range right now, something like that. Ideally, this becomes a fake out, a deviation, price closes back inside, which is bullish in my opinion, goes to continue to the diagonal and then pops, right? So that would be the bullish scenario, which is the most likely at this point, in my opinion. But if this is some kind of a rejection right here, then I think we're going to be testing the inefficiency from maybe even completely the genesis of the February 8th pump right here. So in that case, I kind of see price come down here, retest, and probably pierce through the previous all-time high, and hopefully we see a strong reaction. Must we go there? For now, I have to be, we have to be honest with ourselves and just admit that this is a bullish retest of this zone. But I just want to have it out there that it is a worry of me that we break down here. So I've kind of shaved off a little bit exposure as we broke through here, and I'll be adding it back if we see strength. So I'm just trying to manage my risk here, because if things come down, it's going to come down fast because there's a lot of open interest, there's a lot of bullish sentiment, there's a lot of buying on futures that will just get punished and cascade. So I just don't want to be staring in the headlights of that train must it decide to come down, which is, you know, it is entirely possible. So just be careful. And for ETH, when I think about it, it may give some relief on the BTC pair. I'm not too sure if I like the current structure of ETH. Like, it's been in an uptrend, had a deviation up here, came down here, didn't really manage to hold the level that I wanted. So I kind of ditched it, and now it's just blubbering around here. So this is just chop. Ideally, this is a continuation pattern if you're bullish. It's like an ABC, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it on ETH right now, and I want to be careful. I think this is the face of the market where there's just going to be funky fake outs all the time. And if you look at the higher time frames on ETH, you know, I want to see this close bullish or bearish. Like, this could be a deviation where you just close back inside and then just gonna drop and retest levels below. So I don't know, like I'm gonna be careful here, and especially if Bitcoin sells off, there might be kind of a little bit of a reset in the market, and things have been so bullish. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that happens. So just careful, and remember that I said about Bitcoin, it is a bullish situation, but if we lose our levels and we don't hold it, the market might just have a bit of a market-wide sell-off. We've gained so many billions in market cap. It's tricky. So I'm gonna have the role of being conservative, and you're gonna be like, oh, Jack, why don't we go up further? And honestly, I want the same, but I have to be careful here. I do think that losing too much right now is just gonna hurt once the market really starts moving. So I want to see that confirmation that the market is really going to do that, because otherwise we're just probably just going to sell off like 10 or 20% really quickly, and that's, you know, that's where you lose a lot of money and also lose the opportunity of buying dips. So I think we'll have to wait for today's close and see how that works out. This is the support. Right and clean. It's been tested, which is a good thing. It's seeing some kind of reaction, which is also a good thing. The orange above is resistance right now. If we claim it, that's a good thing. And if we don't, I think that price is going to retrace back to lower. I don't know. Like, I don't want to speculate on where that's going to end if it does sell off, because there's a lot of futures open. So let's wait for the daily close and then act. Hopefully a bullish daily close and continuation. And if we see continuation, I think it's very likely that we're going to see 50k at least, like, you know, in the next couple of days, and 54, 60 in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. and I'll catch you on Sunday. Cheers.